Yes, people, flipping hell. How long has it been since the Premier League has come back?
It's been 15 years.
And 6 months. Yeah. It's got to be the worst international break of its lifetime. Let me ask a quick question, right? Is it always like this? Because I only remember last year, and obviously there was the World Cup and whatnot. Is it always like this?
No, it has. We've been spoiled the last 2 years because it actually always has been. There's always been September, October, November, then that stretch. But because of COVID and then you had Project Restart, then you had the World Cup and it started later. We've been blessed the last 2 years, but it's back to normal settings. Back to normal settings.
Yeah. No, guys, I don't know the agenda today. Yeah.
Okay, you don't.
But quickly before we get there, on the subject of international break, yeah, is it just me that's only realized now that Southgate is a terrible manager, or has everyone known this? Am I late to the party?
You just realized right now.
Whoa, it looks that way.
It looks that way. Too late to the party.
Nah, but you know what? Yes. Yeah. They'll tell you he got to a World Cup semi-final. We got to a Euro final. They'll tell you he's the best thing ever. But
yeah. No, I was half joking. I've always known, but it's like when this guy retires, yeah. Like, okay, let's fast forward like 50 years, yeah. Gareth Southgate dies. We have a big funeral, like state funeral, whatever, yeah. People are gonna make it out, yeah, as if he was like a legend for England, first manager to get to the final. He's been horrible. I believe any manager, yeah, could have done what Southgate's done with England. That's just my view. He's done nothing.
Let me give him one praise because I spoke about this a lot as well. I think the one thing that he's done very well is that he's got that chemistry in the squad. So I'll give him that. And I don't think that is as easy as we've seen it in the past. But apart from that, I mean, for me, England should have won something by now. Like they should have. I think his negative tactics has played a big part to it. So yeah.
Imagine the Premier League's back and we're talking about Southgate.
I don't know how we got it.
You know what, D? No, quickly, just to rebuttal that point. I have to disagree. I still think any other manager, you'll still have that harmony and cohesion because with social media and everything, these young players, tribalism isn't. Remember, you've heard Gerrard. Remember in that BT studio that time, it was Gerrard, Lampard, and I think Ferdinand. They were like, "Oh, in England camps between like 2000 and 2006, we would stay within our teams." Now it's a bit more inclusive, so I don't even agree with that. I think anyone could have got it.
But the one thing is, we know that there's a lot of like younger players in the squad right now. So if another manager came in, would they have done the same approach as Southgate? So I'm not too sure about that in the first place. So yeah, like there's lots of factors. But apart from that, like 100% Southgate. Oh, yeah. Let me know.
You know what? I'm just happy the friend's back now because for the past 2 weeks, you have football fans thinking they're accountants, politicians, and everything. With all these charges, I couldn't ever. If I hear the words Everton, Chelsea, and City, which I will be in the stream, if I hear them again, I'm gonna go mad. Speak about all these cases. That happy the football's actually back now.
Yeah, word.
Oh, so that was a nice introduction, guys. Thank you very much. How's everyone's day doing? Like, is everyone good? Yeah. LB, right there. See how LB kind of done a little smile when he said he's sick of hearing everyone being lawyers about City and Chelsea.
I'm tired, man. I'm tired of this. That's why I speak about football. Everyone's been gassing me on accounts, mate. You know what I mean? It's been a madness. I feel like that fucking Harvey Specter off Supes, man, with all the shit that I've had to deal with over the last week or so. Fucking crazy, bro.
Well, today we're going to be talking about. Don't be mad, LB and D. D wouldn't be mad because he was garbage at it, but the prediction sheet kind of just vanished.
What was it?
Along with the whole booklet.
I was thinking about that, before we started. I was actually thinking about it. I was like, my predictions are just all over the place.
To be fair, Ty was running away with it like by a few points, and then me, D, and Mons were pretty much on the same. So now I'm just gonna get all your predictions by text officially, then put them into you can put them into what's it called again? Spreadsheet. Excel. Yeah. So afterwards, I'll just send them. But yeah, man, we got lots to talk about. Obviously, Liverpool, Man City. I spoke to LB about that just yet. You got Newcastle battling Chelsea at St James's Park. Don's very convinced from yesterday, anyways. Arsenal go to Brentford. Man United go to Everton, and then Tottenham are home to Villa, which is going to be interesting to talk about. But the best way to talk about, anyways, is to start from the 12:30 going to the 3 p.m. kickoffs and so forth. Rums, let me go on to you first. Your team is going to the Etihad. Yeah, I said you have no chance. But then I'll put a 3-3 draw down on it. That's my early prediction because that's what I want, not what I think. So, but yeah, man, what are you saying, man? You are not. I know you're not confident. I see you in the comments. So don't flip the opinion now. Come on.
No, I'm not. Man, I'm not going to flip the opinion. Just know whenever we go to Etihad, I book something nice after the game. So just forget about what just happened. But we've got a mental block when it comes to the Etihad. Like, obviously, you can say it's about any game. Of course, we've got a chance. Both teams are conceding goals. Correct me if I'm wrong, LB. You've only kept 2 clean sheets this season, 2 or 3. I can't remember the exact figure. We've been conceding, especially away from home. I think this will be another high-scoring game. Both managers do respect each other, but I feel like I've seen a lot of Liverpool fans saying we should maybe park the bus and be pragmatic. I think Chelsea showed, and we're a better team than Chelsea, that you actually have to be confident and get City. But I think it'll be a high-scoring game, but we just have a mental block, and there's a few battles I'm worried of. I'm worried of me personally. I wouldn't start McAllister, but he will start. I think it could be quite frightening what Rodri could potentially do to him. Doku against Trent. Albeit Trent has been better defensively this season, it's still not one of his strengths. And let's be honest, Doku's probably the best 1v1 wide player in the league right now. Tsimikas on the other side, you know me, Kaz, I'd rather start Gomez, but Tsimikas will start the game. I just don't rate him at all. I never have rated him. I know he's popular in the dressing room, scored the winning penalty against Chelsea in the FA Cup, but I just don't think Tsimikas is that guy. He's got a delivery here and there, but he's very hit and miss. But I'll be honest, I'm worried about this game. I don't think City will batter us. I know LB's quite level-headed. I've seen some City fans saying it's Liverpool. We'll spank them like we did last season. I don't think that'll be the case at all. I do think they'll only marginally beat us, but it should be a good game. But to say I'm confident, I'm not. We've not won there since 2015. Klopp's not beat Pep at the Etihad since Pep's been a manager in the league, that is, before people start being smart and say Champions League, etc. But it's going to be a tough game. But I'm looking forward to it because it is always entertaining. But I'm not going to lie, I'll take a point now. I know that might be, you could say that's the defeatist attitude or whatnot, but I would take a point now because it would still mean we're a point behind them. But I'm not confident, no.
Quickly, Doku isn't the best 1v1 winger in the Premier League right now.
I think he is.
Who is
He's better than 1v1 right now.
Martinelli.
Just 1v1.
Martinelli. Yeah.
Really?
So Doku's played how many Premier League games? Less than 10. And we're already saying he's the best. No, Martinelli's been doing this year after year after year. Please, guys.
No. Yeah, so this is what I said. Just
right now.
1v1. Just that aspect. Just 1v1 right now.
1v1.
I think if you ask most fullbacks, who would they rather come up against, Martinelli or Doku? I'm not saying Doku's better than him, but I think getting past your man, I think he's even got the most dribbles completed. I'm not even a stats man, but Doku's frightening. Martinelli, I think he's played a bit more conservative this season. He likes to kind a bit more. He's not taking.
So what you're saying is right now, yeah?
Yeah, just right now, not overall, but right now, Doku's the scariest.
That's fair. That's fair. He is very scary. I'm not going to argue with that. But I did disagree, but you make a good point.
I don't know, man. I think when I looked at this, like, if we want to do by stats and stuff, Doku's in his own lane. Like, legit, if you look at his take on success, like he's legit. Like, you know, there's always a graph. When people post graphs, there's always that one person in the top corner, and doing their own thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. LB, what are you saying, man? I see someone says be humble, but I'm thinking, do you need to? Do you need to be?
Yes and no. You know, our home record is sick, man. Like, it's unreal. So, like, we've got to go in with chest. You know? Yeah, we have to go in with chest. We have to be confident. We have to be aiming for the win. I think if we get a point, disappointed, but not crying. But at the same time, you've got to respect Liverpool, man. Second best team in the country right now, in my opinion. Very dangerous attack. And but listen, it's going to be interesting. I think that City can we're up for it, man. I reckon we can win this game. I've gone for in fact, I won't give you the score prediction. I'll give you that later when you ask for it or whatever. But listen, I think City are going to get the win here. I'm pretty confident that we'll get the win. I don't see why we won't get the win. As long as the defense don't defend like they did against Chelsea, yeah, because that was a bit of a madness. That was a bit of an anomaly.
But that's the thing. If you do, Liverpool's attack. That's one thing. They are dangerous.
Defend like that, and it's game over. See you later. We'll probably lose the game if we defend like that.
So you still, despite what happened against Chelsea, you're still confident that won't happen against Liverpool.
Yeah, bro, you can't just be like recently. One game and then just be like, oh, all of a sudden my defense is dead. Like it's one game. There were individual mistakes. It wasn't like. I would have been more concerned, yeah, if it was like a system mistake where like maybe all the back line was in weird shape, but it wasn't. It was just players doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? So, like Bozo G and stuff. So, for me, I were really worried about it. I'm pretty sure that the lads will be back on it for this game. And I just think that, listen, so long as we can control the counter attacks for Liverpool, because I think that's where they're going to be dangerous, especially if Núñez plays. I can't believe that there's Liverpool fans out there who don't want to play Núñez, man. I think that's...
LB, I was going to get onto this. What's you lot's opinion on that? Because the fan base is split right now. Some want him to start, some don't. For me, it's
dumb, bro. I think it's dumb. Yeah, listen, because for me, I think the way the game's going to go, obviously, City will have most of the ball, and most of the ball will probably be in the Liverpool half, and our defence will be pressed up. So why wouldn't you have Darwin Núñez, who's rapid, who can get in behind Ruben Diaz and be one-on-one with? Why wouldn't you do that? Why would you play a slower player? It makes no sense. You're literally taking away your best asset on a counter attack and just swapping him with someone else. I don't understand it.
There's this notion that but if it's 0-0 or we're a goal ahead with 20 minutes to go, he could disrupt their back line. And
you can't think of football like that, bro. You can't think of
exactly. That's what I'm saying,
that, man. You can't be like, but if we're 1-0 up, then we can bring him off the bench. What are you talking about?
Because this is then what I say to my fan base. What if we're 2-3-0 down? It doesn't
make point in it. This is what I'm saying. Like that's not how football's played, man. You got to play the team that you think can get the result, and Núñez is in that team. Also, I think you've got if you don't start, I think you then got to ask serious questions. Spend 80 million quid on this guy. Well, what you know what I mean? Whose fault is that? Is that and then not playing him in the biggest game of the season?
Our fan base are doing too much here. It's simple as this. If a player's in form, you play them. He's been one of our most formed players this season under Bielsa and Klopp. Bielsa needs a lot of credit, by the way, because I do feel like Núñez is bringing a lot of his good tendencies back into this Liverpool team because he's been good for Liverpool and Uruguay. But for me, it's a no-brainer. He has to start. Bar Salah, he's our most formed attacker, in my opinion. But we'll get into the midfield. But for me, there's a certain player that shouldn't start.
But before we get there, just so I'm clear, when you say Núñez should start, it's either Núñez or Jota, right? Because Diaz also starts.
Yeah.
So Núñez down the middle, yeah?
Yeah.
It has to be. Yeah. It has to be Diaz and Núñez.
Is that what he's been doing?
No, they change it up all the time, though. You see sometimes Núñez and Jota start together. Like, I've seen Jota start down on the left and in the middle. Like Luton Town.
He's not as effective on the left though, but you're right. He sometimes plays on the left.
He has this one that hasn't been starting due to his circumstances, isn't it? But then it looks like he's backfiring and just probably focused mentally. Anyways, I'd think so. But the way I'm looking at it though is it's always this one position. Like let's get it straight. Yeah, I rate Liverpool this year, but I don't rate all the chances you're conceding this year either. And if there's one man you don't want it to fall to, is that robot. Because he will just smash it in. He might miss a couple, but he will eventually smash 2 in out of nothing. Obviously, don't forget, they're going to get the dodgy decision at the Etihad for a soft penalty because that's what happened recently, right, LB? You know what I mean? So,
you know what? I got slated for saying this, right? Our defense has been good. Yes, if you're going to look at stats, us and Arsenal have conceded the least amount of goals. But I feel like our fan base are slightly overrating our defense because we're still conceding an abundance of chances. And they'll say, that's down to Van Dijk and Alisson. To me, Van Dijk's got back to a good level. He'll never get back to the peak between that 2018 and 2020. He'll never get back to that peak, in my opinion. But Van Dijk has been one of the best centre-backs in the league this season. But for me,
I agree. If not the best. Right now.
I'd say him, Saliba, and Van de Ven, I'll say, for me, top 3. In my opinion, but for me, it's solely down to Alisson. The amount of chances we concede against lesser teams than City, and he just gets us out of jail. Now we're going away to City, which are going to create a higher volume of chances. I think this is where our defense could get exposed because some of the fans think our defense has been amazing, and I think it's more down to Alisson than our defense as a collective, in my opinion.
Do you know what? Do you know what I see this game? Yeah, and feel free to disagree or anyone or agree in it. Right? I think there's three weaknesses within Liverpool right now that suit City to a T, and this is why I think Doku should play, Bernardo should play, especially. Right? One, your fullbacks. Two, your DM. Right? There's your three weaknesses: right back, left back, and then also DM. DM is going to be exposed a little bit, which I think is a lot more freedom for the likes of whoever you need it to be, whether it's Foden or I don't know, whoever it may be, right? Or it may be even Alvarez. And I think Alvarez probably might be the best person to invade the space, in my opinion, just behind Haaland, or if not next to him. Doku being direct and playing on the left rather than Jack Grealish, because that means Trent can't invert and he's got another thing to think about. And then there's the Shimikas part where I think you can leave him to do whatever he wants. If you really want to expose the internal space inside, let Bernardo Silva come off the wing and dominate that. So that means you have no chance, and your only outlet is the Shimikas, and that's the last person you really want it to fall to. He's a hit and miss kind of player at the moment. So that's why I think why
me and LB actually spoke about this, Cass. Like we spoke about this, and I don't think it's a wrong answer, especially on the left hand side with the Trent factor between Doku or Grealish, but we know that Grealish can do a job on Trent. Like Trent's strongest point is an attack rather than defense. I don't think he's I don't think he's an awful defender as people make him out to be, but I just think he's better in attack than defense. But another problem is who's going to be tracking back. And LB was speaking, me and LB was talking about this as well. And Grealish, you would expect him to do a better job because we know that Liverpool in attack, they're going to be that's the strongest point. So you need players to track back. So in this game, I wouldn't be surprised if Grealish starts because I think Grealish can do the attacking job as well on Trent, and also the defensive as well in terms of tracking back. But yeah, apart from that, there are weaknesses in Liverpool.
I don't know about what you think about LB or even just to be fair, but I'm not looking at. It's true. Trent hasn't been bad defensively. I see someone say that he hasn't been bad defensively. It's just that when it comes to someone that's more of a specialist at the 1v1 jobs, if you want to take it to stats, go do it yourself. He's in his own lane. I think Doku's more suited than Grealish because that means Trent can't invert. If Trent needs to invert, that means Doku's got a free run at fullback. So I don't see it personally in it, unless maybe Jack Grealish and Doku both play together. Maybe. Yeah. But do you think that's well, LB, or do you think there's a different way of your starting lineup in your head?
I don't know, man. I think it's a tricky one. I think it's a tricky one for him to get. I personally go Grealish on this. Yeah, I think play because, like Dee said, people act sometimes like Grealish just offers you nothing going forward. You know what I mean? Like he's still a good attacking player, but he gives you a lot more protection defensively because he tracks back. He's one of probably the hardest working winger in the league. You know what I mean? And when you're playing against Salah, the best right winger in world football, it's probably a good idea to have that extra bit of cover. But I hear the arguments about playing Doku because that probably will keep Trent a little bit more occupied. But listen, I don't know, man. I don't know if he can think about that too much. I think he's just got to go whatever he thinks with. I mean, you just said then, Cass, yeah, that both fullbacks are obviously gettable, right? And obviously Liverpool's midfield, should be an area of the pitch where City should be able to dominate. So really, when you say that, City should be winning the game, man. You just identified two key areas.
Do you think?
Wait! You calling me a tactical mastermind? And
do you think
Guardiola?
Do you think there's a world where Alvarez potentially gets dropped? Doku goes on the right because he is versatile, and Grealish starts on the left. Do you think that's a possibility?
I think there's a potential we could see that. We've seen Foden.
Bernardo in the middle, maybe.
Oh, you want? Yeah, no, I think it would be probably Bernardo, Rodri, and Foden in the middle. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and then
that's
what I was thinking.
Adventurous.
I do like that. I do like that. To be fair, but does Alvarez really deserve to be dropped? That's the question.
Yeah,
no one deserves to be dropped, bro. Like no one deserves to be dropped. Doku don't deserve to be dropped. Grealish don't deserve to be dropped. Like he's gonna have to make a tough call. I'd like that team. That team's pretty sick, to be fair.
That team. You know what though? So I don't want to knock Liverpool in the head. I think Liverpool got to do what they not always play to your strengths, but don't you think they should play maybe a little bit more stubborn and rigid and play on the counter through that, or do you think they should concede to that and say just play our game? If we lose, we lose. Take it to them, and that's probably where you play the most.
Me personally, what I've seen from Liverpool this season, I think they need to be confident enough to just play their game and not worry too much about City. It might sound crazy, but I think if both teams are on their day, anyone can win it. I don't think City are that much stronger than Liverpool this season, if at all. I mean, what's the point difference? 1 point?
Yeah, it is 1 point. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been impressed with Liverpool this season. So I personally think Liverpool needs to go out there and play. My favourites are actually Liverpool. I know it's at the Etihad. You guys got to, don't actually win there.
Why you got the
I've been impressed with Liverpool this season. I haven't watched all their games, but I've looked at City, and I've just, I'm not.
All their games. All their games.
I haven't seen all their games. I said.
Oh, I thought you said you was impressed with all their games.
No, not all their games. I was impressed with how they played against Tottenham when they was down to 9 men.
Impressed against Luton.
That was
got it.
Yeah. Anyways, no. I fancy Liverpool personally. I know it's at the Etihad, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw. But I don't see City running away with it personally.
No, but you know what it is, yeah? The City without Rodri period that went on for a bit, and there was some interesting performance and results. I think that's what's altered people's thoughts towards City. Now that Rodri's back, apart from the Chelsea game, you could say that was a bit weird, but I think they're gonna go back to the usual ways, man. They're gonna go back to the usual ways. They're gonna be taking teams off the park. I think the Rodri factors made people think, oh, look how tight it is. Oh, City's gonna do this, that, and they're not as great as last season. But I think it was just literally Rodri in midfield. And remember, they still have De Bruyne to come back as well. They haven't had him for ages.
Oh, that's mad. Yeah, when is De Bruyne back?
I'm not sure yet. He's not even training as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like some. I think they're gonna try and get him back for Club World Cup. So I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks.
Next month.
Yeah.
You're meant to De Bruyne, go flick your ankle aside. You're meant to be out till January, February, mate. Something.
Well, it's funny actually you say that, bro, because I'm like, I don't want to rush the guy back, man. You know what I mean? We did that at the beginning of the season, and then look what happened.
LB, be honest. You're looking at it from a standpoint. With or up, De Bruyne is still going to win the league. That's what you're thinking, isn't it?
It's about this thing, though. People don't understand. Yeah, we all forget. Yeah, if this is life after De Bruyne, and they still haven't got, let's say, his replacement or anything.
This is scary.
No, this is still scary. This is mad. Like, people forget that the guy still exists, and Haaland's about to go get 20 more goals with him in this lineup when he does come back.
Until Pep goes, this is going to be the reality, man.
The thing is, De Bruyne will come back, right, and still be the top assist that come in the season.
Who has got the most assists in the league this year?
Is it?
I think it's still Neto. Is it
Neto? Neto's on 7.
Nunes is up there. My boy Nunes is up there. He's got
people need to respect.
By the way, quick birthday showers. Monts' his birthday, but I want you lot to bombard his DMs with Nunes prop. He'll love that. It'll be a nice He loves Nunes, innit? So do that. But I was gonna ask you lot something regarding our midfield, right? It's something Klopp was experimenting in pre-season and it somewhat worked. I didn't play McAllister this game because I just feel like as a lone 6, I just think what City could do to him, it could get ugly. So me personally, my midfield 3 is Jones, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch. And he flirted with this pre-season and it worked. And there's a bit more legs. And Jones actually started off the season quite well before he had his injury in that deeper role. But I was wondering what you lot think of that because I don't think McAllister can start this game for me.
Yeah, you know he's lying to you. I'd rather put Gravenberch. I believe you need to put people like Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and is Curtis Jones fit?
Yeah, that's the 3 I just said. That's the 3 I'll start.
Okay, my bad. That's who I'd start personally.
Kaz, can you start calling him by his actual name, please? He doesn't.
Szoboszlai.
Call him Dominic.
What are your options? So you got that Endo guy, McAllister, and what are your options after that?
You want him? No Endo. You don't rate him.
No, I don't rate him. I don't.
You don't rate him. Okay.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is for me? Why are you doing that face?
TalkSport just came up. Guess who's on it? Guess who's on it? Well, oh my god, ID. See, if you was as good as guessing that, you'd be top of the prediction table. This is I've just been alluded to the title. Grealish must start. Nunes is scarier than Salah. Is that clickbait?
Yeah, that is a little bit clickbait.
You said that. Is that clickbait? Yeah.
I did say it, but I said it in different contexts, so it's clickbait.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. All right, at least you recognize Nunes.
I think regardless of the result, Nunes scores this weekend. That's one thing I will say. I don't know if you not seen that Denzel Washington clip. He's like, I'm from round the way. I'm leaving with something. I need Nunes to back, but I think he will. I think Nunes scores regardless.
By the way, 333 people in the house. If you don't mind, I haven't asked once yet, and I'm going to start doing it more often now because we used to just rise them up. The like button, people. I haven't asked you once. It's the bread and butter of the show, bread and butter of YouTube, any content creator. Every single one of these guys here, bar Roms. Well, actually, Roms is technically, but is a content creator or adds value to it. If you don't mind, smashing the like button goes a long way. So if you don't mind doing that, appreciate it. Let's get over 100 and let's get over to 200. Let's get algorithms kicking again. Football's back. And also subscribe to the people all in the description below. They're all there permanently. D, LB, Jess, everybody else as well. That you're some of your favorite guys of YouTube. We just keep it there so you guys can have a browse. But yeah, man, moving on from that. Predictions. By the way, we can do our own prediction. I'm gonna make sure you send it to me afterwards. On what's it called? On WhatsApp. But I'm gonna do a prediction table for guys in the comments as well. So if you're a member and all that, there's a prediction league. I'm gonna make sure that rises up so everyone can have a fair go at it. So then this show becomes a little bit more something as well. I doubt Daps would join because you don't like doing predictions on his own team. But yeah, what we're saying prediction-wise, I'm going to say it now. I don't think Liverpool will win, but I'm hoping they get this because I need it for myself so I can run an agenda when we beat Everton. 3-3.
You're so shameless.
3-3.
You might be 4 points behind City, you know, depending on results, which is wild. Wild.
Let me cook.
Nah. I don't know what you lot cooking, yeah. You lot do some juju or something. I don't know how you lot are that close to City after how you started, but
we're cooking up proper bozo gene. Trust me. What are you saying, Roms? What's your prediction?
Thought about it all week, stuck to it all week, but 3-2 City. I think it'll be close, but they'll just have enough. Yeah, 3-2 City.
Yes.
I'm going to say 2-1 Liverpool. I don't see City conceding three goals.
Right.
So I want to say 3-1, but I'm going to say 2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah. Well, I need 3-3. I'm hoping it's Alvarez that gets all the goals because I need my FPL to boom. Once is getting way too comfortable after last time out. Yeah. Get on my nerves. What are you saying, D?
3-1 City.
Wow,
actually, no, 3-2 City.
Copy it. LB?
Same as me.
I have gone 3-1 City.
Fair enough. Everyone's got a high scoring game pretty much then, yeah?
Yeah, there has to be goals.
There's always goals. That's one thing about this fixture. There's always goals.
Yeah, is anyone believing? Some people in the comments are believing in Liverpool. Maybe they're Liverpool fans. Mary, D Valentino, all KLFC, obviously.
Big up, K.
Yeah, man, a lot of them as well. 2-2. Yeah, it's going to be a high scoring game. It looks like. Barring that, let's move on from City. We've got a few other games to talk about. Chelsea take a trip to Newcastle. We're going to be talking about that later, more in depth as well tonight with Kendall, Gal, I think Alex, myself, maybe Ty. But yeah, man, look, Don was very the way he was talking yesterday was very confident, and I think he raised a few good points because obviously Chelsea.
When isn't Don confident?
No, he's not always confident, but he did raise a few good points. But I think at the same time, it might come over as overconfidence for Chelsea, considering where they are in the table and where they're going to. Like, it's not just any place. I'm going to start with you, Jess. Chelsea against Newcastle. Styles make fights. Physicality versus technicality, you could say.
Whoa. Who's technical?
Well, Chelsea got a very technical team.
What, Nicholas Jackson?
Well, technicality that they might get relegated. But what's it called? They've got very technical players, Chelsea. And they've also got Nkunku might be on the bench as well. That's another big bonus. Lavia might be on the bench. That's another big bonus for them. So we're talking about technicality of one side and versus physicality at St. James's Park. Do you give Chelsea a chance?
Before I say that, agendas have to rise. People, I don't like all the positive press that Cole Palmer's been getting. Yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying he's a bad player. We know he's a good player, okay? But the praise has to match the output for me. Fair enough, he's got 4 goals for Chelsea.
4 penalties.
4 penalties. Context is very key here. Like, when he gets the ball, it looks very good. Like, we can see he's a good player. Okay, but let's not jump the gun and start putting him in places where he's not yet. Can he get there? 100%, but he's not quite there yet. Okay, I just want to make that clear.
Okay.
Now,
But
what was the question?
But he's been helping them.
Yeah, no, he's been good.
The question is,
been massive for
Paul
them.
Scholes has
He's been
more. Paul Scholes has more goals than Gerrard and Lampard without the penalty XG on it. But anyways, that's another conversation. Oh no, the conversation is Chelsea. Do you give them a chance against this Newcastle side considering their injuries? But they do apparently have Botman, Trippier, who's also back, and also Isaac.
Isaac's back. I think when Newcastle decide to play football, and as opposed to stopping their opponents from playing football, I think they have a good team. Chelsea seem to have found something recently. Still not sure what that Enzo Fernandez guy does. But aside from that, yeah, I have Chelsea favorites. I think Newcastle, yeah, they haven't been great. I know they've got a lot of injuries, but I think Chelsea can do a number. Where is it? St. James's Park?
Yeah.
That's difficult. That's difficult, you know.
Yeah, it's difficult. I think
That's
that might work in Newcastle's favor, but I think with that taken into account, I think going for a draw here. Yeah, I think the St. James's Park.
It's a big test for Chelsea though, because Chelsea they're just so you don't know what to expect from them. Like they'll play like they did against City, then afterwards they'll have a performance like they did against Brentford. Like they just have to be a bit more consistent. But now that they've got players back from injury, and also Newcastle, I think they've got injuries as well. It's a good opportunity for Chelsea to actually show just be a bit more consistent. It's boring because 1 week they're good, next week they're back. The following week they're going to be brilliant again. Like it's just too inconsistent for my liking. I don't know what to expect.
You just don't know what you're going to get. That's what it is. Yeah,
exactly. They just need to be way more consistent.
What's Chelsea's best team? That's what I want to know. Like of all the players that are available.
I think we know it now slightly. I think it's the only thing that really differs is their attacking lineup. It's you don't know what you're going to grab from that. Whether it's going to be Palmer on the right, Sterling on the left, and then maybe Jackson through the middle. It's probably the more balanced midfield, you could say. Attack. Sorry.
Yeah, so what's it? Jackson,
Yeah,
Palmer. Isn't Palmer better in the 10?
He could play anywhere, really, on the 10 or the right wing.
He could play anywhere. Yeah,
where's Nkunku going to play? Is he going to play centrally behind the striker, or is he going to play as the striker? That's the one that I want to know.
I'm going to be honest. On paper, Chelsea fans not going to like this. I have a huge right now. Enzo is not that guy. Yeah, for me, I'll be in future. By the way, I'll be playing Lavia, Caicedo, Palmer in the 10 or off the right, and Nkunku in the 10 or off the left, and then Sterling on the left or the right, and then just have whatever striker they have front. But I reckon Nkunku might end up going up front anyways. Maybe it might go that way.
I honestly think
I can't imagine Cole Palmer, Enzo, and Caicedo as a midfield because I think it's a bit too lightweight, in my opinion. Does that I don't know. Enzo's yet to impress me crazy, right? I don't know about anybody else, but I think this is where he needs to step up. You're gonna go to St. James's Park. You're gonna look to your best players, the ones that cost the most, right? And Enzo's the guy I'm looking at. I think Caicedo's sound. He's going to be sound. I think Palmer's sound wherever he plays. And bar the 4 goals, just saying, if you look at performances, Palmer has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I did say that. He has been good.
I'm even forgetting Conor Gallagher as well. Like, come on. Like, he's been doing mental bits as well. He's been their best midfielder.
I don't like the idea of Palmer out wide. I think he's got to be central in the 10 because for me, you need pace out wide. That's just my preference. So with Palmer in the 10, Nkunku's have to be shoehorned into playing as a centre forward, which he isn't. So I'm not sure if
but then Palmer in the 10, that means you'll have to get rid of probably, let's say on current form, Enzo, then put Gallagher in the double pivot, which was it, let's be honest, start of the season wasn't his best position.
You know what we're doing?
Gallagher's better as an 8. He's better.
You know what we're doing here though? We're at a point now where Chelsea's got the injuries back, and now we have a headache about who might start. So what's Pochettino thinking? The whole point is they got options again, right? And maybe at St. James's Park they might have all the options, but this could be to their benefit where they don't. When right now Newcastle don't have the options. They got Almiron just coming back as well. I just clocked as well, and they don't have much coming off the bench. Is Isaac really fit to start a game? Where's Callum Wilson? Where's Dan Burn? This could be real. This is Chelsea's best time to play Newcastle. It's pretty much now or never.
I've got an unpopular opinion. I want to know you lot's opinion on this player, but I do feel if you give Armando Broja a run of games, I think he can displace Jackson, and actually I think he's a bit more clinical than Jackson. What do you not see?
I hear where you're coming from, but I don't know about the injury though.
That's the thing.
The injury he had was a problem. Like, before the injury, yes, you could see that. Like, you can see where he's going towards and how he's improving. But now that he's had that injury, I'm not too sure what type of play he's going to be. But he needs to be playing more consistently to find out. So right now, it's a bit hard for me to say.
I've got a question for LB. Do you reckon when Newcastle are like the way we're talking right now it seems more in Chelsea's favor, but do you reckon a scary Newcastle's when they're backed into a corner like the way we're doing now? Every time you seem to write them off this season, they come out and just have an amazing performance. And every time you seem to gas them out a little bit too much, they go and do what they did against Bournemouth.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, man. I think this game is like so tight. Like, I think it's so difficult to call. Honestly, I think it's bigger for Newcastle though, because if they lose, then they could find themselves 9 points behind the top four, man. Which ain't looking good for them. You know what I mean? Whereas Chelsea, I still think most people, I don't think anyone here probably had them in the top four at the start of the season. So if they lose, it's just another L, for them. Like you did, yeah.
Now they need to be pushing up. I'm still not going. Like, the amount of money that they spend, I'm not gonna drop that agenda.
No. I agree what you're saying, D. I 100% agree. No, I agree what you're saying, but the point I'm making is like no one really still expected them to get top four despite the money. Whereas Newcastle, it was clear expectation for Newcastle to get back in that top four, and if they lose, they could be 9 points behind. That ain't looking good for them. Obviously, they've had injuries. Like, it is what it is, but like, you can't use that as an excuse. You've got to deal with what you got to deal with. But I think it's going to be a super close game. I've gone for Chelsea to nick this one. I think they're going to just do enough.
I think,
and to be fair, before you do that, add context. If you go look at Chelsea's form away from home, which I was wrong about, I think a couple of weeks ago, they got one of the best away forms in the league.
Their away form's not too bad. It's at Stamford Bridge, which has been their problem.
I was going to say, no, it's at St James's, but no, go on.
That's a team. But I think St James's Park's a big factor, and let's be honest, the Geordies aren't. I heard some people like online and actually saying, "Oh, maybe because Newcastle have PSG, maybe they should sit back and then try and counter Chelsea." You can't do that at home, and football's not played like that. You can't have two eyes on each game because they're more. When I look at both games, they're more likely going to lose in Paris away than Chelsea at home. The way I look at it, I just say to play your strongest team both games. I know you're going to have to rotate. It's a busy period, but you're at home. The fans aren't going to have it, and we all know going away to St James Park's a hard game. I think they should give it a right go, but I agree with LB. I have a draw this game, but if I had to pick a team to win, I think Chelsea have enough to nick it, especially if Who did you say is back for Newcastle? You said is that Botman?
I think Botman may be back. Don't know if he's warranting a start yet. He may be back. Someone, I'm pretty sure 9 or someone can let me know. But I know Almiron and Isaac is 100% back. Trippier's fit.
That's a big plus that Isaac's back.
Because options, right? Yeah.
I'll be honest. We've even this season, we faced teams like Villa, Arsenal, Newcastle, and I think Newcastle's like St James's Park. I haven't seen Palace get the trouser pulled down like that before. The game finished before it started. It was crazy. And also, we faced different kinds of teams. We faced them teams, and we faced the likes of Everton, United, and all them teams as well. And honestly, from the caliber of teams that we face, Newcastle, it was.
If Newcastle keep it 0-0 to 65th minute, and allow Almiron and Isaac to come on, I think they've lost the game personally. Botman not 100% back. Geordie Tune for life is saying, I'll big up for that one. Enzo is vital. Big up Lacey or Lacey. Let me know how you say your name. Could you? I like that name. I'm gonna say Lay or Lie. Enzo is vital on how we escape the press, and for pre-assist, look at City, Arsenal, or Brazil, Argentina. No, Enzo's a really good player. And bar maybe even a City game in the first half, before he went missing in the second half. My issue with Enzo is he's come back from South America now, which is going to be tough on his legs, in my opinion. And same for Bruno Gomes as well, and Joe Linton. So that might be in favour. But then Caicedo as well. I'm thinking of it along those lines. When Enzo doesn't remind me of a pure athlete like Joe Linton, right? I reckon his stamina is not all there. I don't think he can last 90 minutes to the top of his level, and he seems to kind of go missing sometimes. But you do raise good points. When it comes to escaping the press, Enzo is very, very good at that. It's just off the ball. I have some of my reservations where I kind of question him a little bit. But you know what? This is what happens. Big names, big players, big prices, big criticisms. So that's just my opinion. But yeah, man. So I'm going to go... I'll start off. I'm gonna go 2-1 Newcastle. And you know what's funny? Yeah, if Chelsea lose this game or even draw it, they've got Brentford behind them, Wolves behind them by 1 point, Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest. Do you not go?
This season is tight, man. It's actually like it's crazy.
They end up going down to 12th or something like that.
Yeah, but it's not a thing anymore, though, is it? This is the thing. Like, no, like, I just feel like Chelsea, just like no one cares. Like, if they lose and they do fall to 12th.
No, I know we care because you know why? There's one man, there's two people. There's Don, there's Ches.
Yeah, but Don's a we must worship. I see this guy, we must all the time. Like, nah. I don't know, man. I just think Chelsea are for another slog of a season. Like, next year is their year.
Yeah, we still Liverpool been saying that for about 20 years, but what's it called? 30 make it. But
they don't want the Champions League and the Prem.
But the fast 10.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea. If I want someone to really win, I'd probably want Chelsea to win personally. Just because of the table itself. What were you guys saying anyways? I'm gonna go 2-1.
I'm gonna go 0-0.
I'm going 1-1.
Yeah, I want to go for 2-2.
Yo, you're sitting on a fence today, isn't it? 3 draws.
No,
Don's in there.
no.
Just save it. I think he said City to beat Liverpool. No, Liverpool to beat City.
Yeah, 2-1 Liverpool to beat City.
Oh, did you? All right.
Yeah, and I feel like Newcastle are gonna try and stop Chelsea playing, and succeed, and it'll be 0-0.
I look, Don's even in the comments. Of course he is. That's always got us in the background.
You summoned them.
Well, what you said? What's you two? D and LB. What's your predictions?
I went 2. I can. If I was to pick a team to win, it'd still be Newcastle. I'll be real. But
yeah, I'm gonna go Chelsea, man. 2-1.
Oh, all right, that's a good mixture there. I like that. Guys, there's 415 of you in here. If you haven't done so yet, please smash the like button. I asked about what 15 minutes ago. I'll do it again if you don't mind. Smash the like button. It's the bread and butter of any video that you see online. You can see it in pre-recorded videos, all sorts of videos. Likes help the video a long way, and it gets to new subscribers. More subscribers, meaning better content, more people that you can talk shit to in the comments as well. And even people that are watching it back, please smash the like button. It's very, very helpful. Check out these guys down below. If you like Jess, Armchair Gaffers, you'll see it in the description. If you like D, you're back of the nest. In the description below. Same with LB or more LB. I'm going to put that in as it goes as well. Pause. And yeah, go check out LB, man. His content's booming at the moment. And Roms just be Roms. He adds absolute value to everyone's show. But yeah, moving on from that, he's talking about sitting on the fence, but he's got good reason to. This could be Arsenal's perfect weekend. Because when you deep it, Arsenal, what Arsenal, 1 point behind as well? Same as Liverpool?
Same as Liverpool.
One point behind. If anyone could have an absolute great weekend, it would be Arsenal. And they got Brentford, which is going to be tough, but they always seem to get results against Brentford. And if you're going to swing it one way, I feel like Arsenal's favour would be to beat them personally. It won't be easy because I hate playing Brentford. I remember playing Brentford, was on the break coming back before. It's
not. I hate that. We've not won there. Since they've been promoted to the Prem, we've not won at Brentford. I hate playing them away.
Back, man. At the back.
Arsenal fans must be absolutely licking their lips at this weekend alone. They could go back to being top of the league and absolutely raving online and stuff like that. Jess, man, what are you saying, man? It's not tough, but you should be confident beating these lot.
Cats, for FPL purposes, Jesus or Trossard, who's starting, Jess, in your opinion? Just for FPL purposes.
Well, I'll start Trossard only because Jesus hasn't been playing in the last couple of weeks. So
he played like 90 odd minutes for Brazil, so he is fit.
Yeah, and he said that he can't score goals or something.
Yeah, no, he hasn't played many games recently.
In context, he said recently scoring goals isn't his strong suit.
Yeah.
To be fair, he was spitting. I know people got pissed off, but he's right. Like, that's not his strong suit. Like,
what's the problem? But I don't get it. So we have a man here who said something that's clearly true, and that's a problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the problem is.
Yes. Some things are supposed to be kept in house. Just keep that
but it's not in house because we can see it though. As fans, we're watching and we always say he's for Arsenal.
You're a smart man. There's a saying: "What's understood doesn't need to be said." So just keep your mouth shut.
No, I hear you, but I wasn't mad at it.
Every striker's interview I've seen always says "back yourself." Darren Bent, or whether it's Troy Deeney on Filthy Fellas.
You watch Filthy Fellas, didn't it? The other day.
Or Andy Cole, they all say the same thing. Always back yourself.
No, but
always
it's easy. It's easy to say that. That's the easy way to say, yeah, always back yourself. Yeah,
And
the man's being
100 million
honest.
today, by the way.
Pardon me.
Darren Bent would cost 100 million today, by the way. I'm just telling you.
You watch Filthy Fellas, didn't it? Like you reminiscing that.
I got specialities just because of Darren Bent. You know, Umbro specialities, the boots.
Darren Brent was okay at his best.
I
He was
don't
okay.
like it because of the beach. You don't remember the beach ball. You don't remember the beach ball.
20
Sunday. I
Got
don't
over
like
100 goals, in the Prem. It's mad.
That's your
but
fault anyway. So you put the beach ball on the pitch.
I know, but still, you didn't have to score. Like, I've always hated him.
He didn't have to score.
He could have
stopped.
Yeah, but are you saying Trossard or Jesus right now, because Trossard's been playing, like you're saying, Jesus played 90 minutes every day. Trossard played 108 minutes for Belgium, plus the games for Arsenal this season. So I'd start Trossard. I think he's key for Arsenal, and I feel like Havertz is hampering Trossard's development everywhere. Trossard
He can
should
start
be.
left back. He can start left back.
Havertz can.
Havertz.
No, I would not start. I would not start him
I'm
left
so
back.
happy. He gave
Yeah, I would
he
not
gave a
start him
pen
left
against
back.
Turkey. Yeah, he started left back for Germany. He gave a pen
I
against
wouldn't
Turkey.
start him. This Brentford game, I'm not concerned about it at all. Probably never going to watch the game. I expect 3 points. Let's not make this into something that's not. It should be an Arsenal win, easy. Simple as that.
Great. Thank you for that amazing dialogue of absolutely nothing, Jess. What were you saying?
What do you want me to say? Oh no, I'm worried because in boot. No, guys,
I never said that.
Yes,
It's
I
just
feel like disrespect.
man.
This was the team that's in 11th in the Premier League.
No, but there's been no other team because when you first went to Brentford, we all remember that their first ever Premier League game, they spanked you. And the next season, to be fair, was convincing.
I don't feel like
I
you do remember that game because Arsenal had like 7 players out injured with COVID and other things that game. So let's put everything into context.
I hear you, but
You had Pablo Mari and Rob Holding.
No, when you put it like that, maybe, but still, I feel like you're kind of just dismissing. I think you'll get the win as well, but the way you said, just 3 wins, that fish bash.
Okay, I'll put it like this. Yeah. No, I'll put it like this.
You're not worried at all, yeah?
I'm not worried at all. So if Arsenal win that game 1-0, yeah, that'll be a big story. Like, how is it only 1-0? Like, Brentford have been so good. If Brentford win the game, that'll be news. If Arsenal win the game 2-3, 4-0, it's not going to be news because we expect Arsenal to win the game. These are just the facts.
I expect you to win the game, just not comfortably. That's what
I'll be real. I've got a weird feeling about this game, you know.
What are you saying, Dave?
It's the fact that Liverpool City are facing each other. It's the fact that I know that Arsenal fans anyways, I don't know about the team, are thinking, you know what, it's Brentford. We could potentially go top of the league. I think Brentford could offer something because of the 5 at the back. I think they could offer something interesting. I don't know, man. I just don't think you'll be as convincing. Like I think like there's a potential hiccup here.
Can I add to your point as well? Can I actually add to your point? You made a very good point. The fact City and Liverpool played earlier. If Liverpool and City draw and Arsenal have that chance to leapfrog them, what do we know Arsenal to do when there's pressure?
Absolutely bottle it. Absolutely bottle it.
Exactly. I have a feeling if City and Liverpool was to draw earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like Brentford 1, Arsenal 1. I think when Arsenal know they can leapfrog, I just feel that they'll.
Yeah. It just depends on that result, I guess. But yeah, I think Brentford have something to offer though. They do. They have shown it against bigger teams. So I'm not going to say straightforward.
Firstly, I don't know about you. I can't see it. I think Saka was back 2 weeks more fit. Trossard is absolutely killing it at the moment. You can even look at the last game that he played up against Burnley and stuff like that, killing it. I think Martinelli's on good form. He's been on good form. Ødegaard's back as well, so that's a big positive for them. Tomiyasu solid. I can't see Brentford beating them. Maybe they might get a goal, but I just think if Brentford's got a goal in them, I think Arsenal's got 3 goals in them. They've already beat them with a second string team this season at Brentford, by the way, in the FA Cup and in the Carabao Cup. Even though Brentford fielded a strong team. I think without a strong suit of an Ivan Toney up front, I think it's going to be very hard to break down Saliba and Gabriel. I'll be so honest. I can't see Brentford. I want Brentford obviously win, but I just can't see it.
Yeah, guys, let's not turn this into something that's not like it's not a. This game should be like second to last match of the day, tomorrow night.
What do you think, LB? Do you reckon there's a potential hiccup, or do you think Arsenal this should just be easy bread and butter?
I think it's gonna be close, man. But I think in the end, Arsenal should win. Like it's weird when I think Arsenal will get the win, but like I'm pretty confident.
Aaron Ramsdale to switch off in the 80th minute.
Maybe the pigeons around. Maybe who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in it? But
because basically you can't play Raya. Remember that Raya's up because of Brentford.
No, I go for like a 2-1, 3-1 Arsenal win. I think it's only one that tight, but I think Arsenal will get the job done, man. Like I feel like Brentford don't seem like they're the same this year, man. Whenever I've watched them, they seem a bit.
They're hot and they're very hot and cold. Like one moment they're really good, and the next minute they just get absolutely rolled over. It might be one of those ones.
And guys, let's talk about Ramsdale not concentrating. Yeah, I don't get it. The fact that he said it, like this is the keeper who I think about 4 months ago was valued as the most valuable keeper in the whole world. Yeah.
So when you get rid of him then, and then just keep with Raya.
Bro, I don't get it. For me, I'm happy with Ramsdale. I don't know why Arteta's decided.
I think Ramsdale's better than Raya personally. Anyways,
Yeah, me personally, I'll take Ramsdale. Yeah, I don't get this whole thing. Like, and apparently Arsenal are going to sign Raya now. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. There's not much difference between them. If one is better than the other, whoever it is, it's not noticeably better. Like they're around about the same level.
I agree. I prefer Ramsdale. I think Arteta's made an L move. I think he's made an L move.
Yeah, I think so. I think Ramsdale, especially with he's only 25. I think he's got a lot to grow into, and I think he was growing. I just feel like
let's not all of a sudden pretend that he's not good.
In modern football, I think you can coach even goalkeepers how to be more confident or where to be with the ball. Sometimes his position was a bit off in terms of receiving it, but you can coach that. And maybe he hasn't been coached into it yet, but I don't think he's a mid goalkeeper. I think he's a very good goalkeeper, personally.
Let's be honest, they both had like bozo moments. Ramsdale's had it as well. Even though he's had some very good games, he's had a few moments. We've seen Ray's had 1 or 2 moments already this season, so I don't think the difference between them is that significant. But yeah, Arteta sees it different. You know, maybe sub off
maybe
and bring on Raya. I don't know. He's thinking. I don't know what he's cooking, but yeah.
Well, I'll kick off. I'm going to say 3-1 Arsenal.
I'm going to go 6-0 Arsenal.
No, you're not.
No, I'm going 6-0 Arsenal.
Please stick with it. This is what I mean. This is what I mean by Arsenal fans. This is what I mean by Arsenal fans. I know. I just know them, man.
Yes, I'm history.
By the way, I'm not going to do the -1 point anymore. But the prediction table, if you get the correct score, you get 3 points. If you get the win, it's a 1-pointer. That's how the prediction table will alter your, where you are.
6-0, guys. Like you're moaning. LB was moaning that I've been on the fence, even though I haven't been on the fence. And now you're shocked that I'm saying 6-0. Has a team never ever scored 6 goals in the Premier League before?
I'm thinking
he
like
scored 7 once, but you know.
Yeah, like Brentford are not dead food, man. They're a decent team. Like they're just not the best. 6-0. Let me tell you something. Yeah, if Arsenal wins 6-0, that's a statement win for me. It's a statement performance.
That is a statement win. That's a brazy win.
It's on TV as well, isn't it? It'll be on TV as well.
Let it be Saka that scores all the goals, though, please, or assists. I need
Will it be on TV? What time?
No.
No.
Oh
yeah,
it's the Newcastle game that's not on TV, which is crazy.
No. You know what? I'm actually happy about this, Kaz, because they've been on TV every game this year. So let them have their 3 p.m. kickoff.
That's a better game. I'd rather watch that than Arsenal versus Brentford. Why am I moaning? Allegedly everyone's got a fire stick these days. Last couple games to stretch out. Pause. Tottenham have got Aston Villa.
Yeah. This is a good game as well. This is a very good game as well.
When it comes to Tottenham, a lot of people on YouTube typically switch off in it. I hear it. It's Tottenham. But this time out, we're talking about Ollie Watkins and Diaby up against Dyer and maybe Davies or maybe Ashley Phillips. Because we're talking about maybe Udaji or Destiny, whatever you want to call him.
I think he's
He's injured, bro. He's injured.
No, he's suspended.
No. But
he's not suspended.
You know he's injured.
I thought he's injured.
Basuma's suspended.
Oh my word! They got.
What? You know why there's a twist? Look at Villa's away form. This is what makes it way more confusing.
I can rebuttal that.
Villa's away form is very bad.
The incentive is there. If they beat Spurs,
that's what I'm saying. That's why this game is massive because Villa. Look, the Spurs side of things, they're missing key players. That home, they've been playing well, but they're missing key players. Villa now, they've been cooking, but away from home is a different story in comparison to home. So if Villa want to be serious, I think Villa need to go there and get the win with the amount of injuries and suspension that.
No. Hear this. Hear me out here, we all rate Ange, and we all say fair play for sticking to your guns and everything. Let's see if he still wants to play that high line against an Emery team.
He will, 100%.
Do you know what's mad, Kaz? Both will. Emery will play highlight.
As well. Mad.
This is going to be a
I
crazy
realize
game.
Postecoglou ain't. I realize there's something wrong with the guy when he's playing high line against 9 men. Like, do you think he's not going to play that against Villa? Like, he's playing against that.
It's just
with
who you are,
Chelsea,
mate.
like, against Chelsea.
Do you know what? It's
So,
as well. Yeah, Emery sticks to his principles because he come Anfield and play the high line, and it was suicide for them as well.
Matty Cash got injured. That changed everything, didn't it? And then Diogo Carlos got injured, and then that also changed a bit of everything. I'm not saying we don't win that anyways, but
they were quite. Yeah, you're right. They were quite resolute up to that.
They were quite. I thought they was quite stubborn the way that I thought they should have went at you a little bit more. They were quite passive, I would say, even starting against you because Matty Cash was like right mid. I'm thinking like, what are you doing here?
I think you're about to see a lot of one-on-ones this game, you know, and this you'll see the best of Vicario and Martinez, both of them, because both play high lines. I think it's going to be, you know, sometimes when you look at football, you see it in thirds. I think the game's literally just going to be played in that middle third, and then when you get the chances, it's literally going to be on transition. I think this potentially could be the best game of the weekend. Yeah. Most excited.
Spurs, the LB, sorry, I just don't see balance within this team, how they get goals. And we said the same thing as Wolves, and it automatically Son scores. But I know he's at Tottenham, but then there were limited chances. And this is where I look at Emery's team being a little bit stubborn and not conceding too much. I think this time out on paper, like Villa as well, they got too much. It'll be too much for what.
Well, it should be. It should be too much, yeah. But like, end of the day, like, Villa got to go there and get. You got Villa go away from home, and get the job done. And listen, there's pressure on Villa. There's pressure on Villa. Like, I'm looking at the games, first game of the season, Newcastle. Like, there's no real pressure on that one. Liverpool expected to win. They're going there, and I think most of us have probably got Villa as favourites due to the injury situation.
And as my captain,
bro. But this is as well. If they win, they're in the top 4. I think at that point, people then got to start saying legitimately, your Villa are actually a shout now for top 4. That's the prize, man. The prize is being involved in that conversation. Listen, I think it's gonna be a mint game. I think.
By the
Villa,
way, I'm just checking the injuries. I'm just checking the injuries for Tottenham. So Udogie could be back tomorrow. He's 50%. Basuma's out. Romero's out. Richarlison, Manuel Solomon, Sessegnon, Maddison, Van der Ven, obviously Perisic. Yeah, Richarlison. Just looking.
Richarlison
back on the.
But then again, Villa away from home. I think they've got like 2 wins.
Yeah, but no, let me take you up on that, because it's a bit harsh, So Newcastle away, first game of the season, right?
Yeah.
That
was a massive L.
But it's also the first game of the season. Like, it could happen, Liverpool expected to lose, right? Then they beat Chelsea away. Then they drew against Wolves, which, by the way, is now turning out to be a pretty difficult place to go. And then the only disappointing one, really, you'd say, is Forest away, where they got beat 2-0. I think it's you got to look a little bit deeper into it, man. I look at that and I'd be pretty calm if I was a Villa fan about their away record.
Even the Forest game, LB, I'm not looking at that expecting Villa to win because Forest take points to get away from most of us at their ground. So
Forest were decent.
And they play a little bit deeper and resolute on the break, if anything, where Spurs don't. They're playing a high line.
What I want to see, just quickly, what I want to see from Villa, right, is them not to put in like a bodily performance. If stuff starts going wrong, say they go 1-0 down early, I want them to get compact and like act like a big team and try and get themselves, not just open themselves up and then end up getting like 2-3-0 down. You know what I mean? Stay in there. If things go wrong, stay in there and show us that you can actually like come back into the game when things go wrong. Don't just bottle it, man.
Something you just said a couple minutes ago, though, when you said, I think even if Villa win this game, which I do think they will, I still wouldn't have them as a shout for top 4 because I just feel like they're going to prioritise conference. We know Emery's pedigree in Europe. I don't think they have the squad to kind of go for top 4. And then again, though, all the teams competing.
So if they win, they go 28 points, right? They'll be 2 points ahead of Tottenham, and they'll be 7 points ahead of United, depending on what happens against United. Mm-hmm. How can you not say that they will be in the conversation like for top 4, bro?
I just think because they'll prioritise conference. Like as the season progresses, I think they'll prioritise that because Emery loves his European trophies. But one thing where you might be right, LB, is it's not a title race where the margin's small. Top 4, all the teams are going to drop points. No team is really consistent. But I don't know. I think they might be biting off more than they can chew. I could be wrong, but I think top 4 still be a bit too much for Villa.
I agree. I think they want to win a trophy, and we saw it last year, even with West Ham. Like they were doing so well in Europe, but they were in a relegation battle for the large portion of the season in Prem. So I don't think Villa will go down that bad. But I think if they're there in abouts, like 5th to 8th or 7th in that category, I think they'll be fine with it, as well as a Conference League push. It depends on who they get in January as well, because there is that window. So
they spend money. They spend money.
Yeah, no, actually, if you look at last 2 years, they've actually not spent that much. You know, if you look at the last 2 years, spent about 170 million, and I think they've got about 60, 70 million.
Because they've got some.
What, over 2 years?
Yeah, if you go on there, let me get it up now. Yeah, transfers, all transfers. Yeah. So this year is 93 million euros spent with 32 million incoming. Yeah, so it's like 60 million euros. And then last year, 100 million euros spent with 54 million incoming. So they haven't spent that much money really the last 2 years. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's FFP thing.
That's really good business.
I didn't know. I thought they would spend it.
But no, that means they might have dough to spend. That might work in their favor because they might have cash on in the bank. You know what I mean?
In January, if you think of what they need, I don't think they need anything. If I'm being totally honest, I think they're good.
Who's that?
Maybe another centre back because Konza can pick up injuries.
Mings is going to be coming back soon. Konza, Pau Torres, that's the 2 left footers, and they got Diogo Carlos. I think they're sweet. And then they got, I think they still got Hauser or something. They might have him still. I don't know. But what we saying for predictions, anyways? I'm gonna say I can't lie.
I got mine.
This sounds great. Again, I'm gonna go for another 3-1, but it's going to Villa.
Yep, same.
As I'm with you.
Exact same.
Yeah, I can't see how Dyer, Davies, Højbjerg is going to have to go centre back, and Porro keeps out that attack. I'll be honest, and no Basuma as well. So who's going DM? Skip? Yeah, long day.
I rate Skip. I do like Skip.
You like Skip, but it's Mings out for the whole season. Yeah, maybe a centre back. Then maybe he's right. They'll pick someone up. But yeah, I'm going to go 3-1. I can't see it. I think Vicario might do well. He might get packed in. Don't matter.
I'll go 2-1 Villa. But I'm not confident at all. I'm just not confident. I don't know. With this game, it could go both ways, man. Literally, I just don't know what to expect. I think it should be a crazy game, but it depends on how Spurs set up as well. Because Spurs, with Postecoglou, we know that he's going to have a higher line, but look at Wolves. Look what happened. They crumbled at the last minute. So I'm going to go 2-1 Villa for now.
What are you saying, man? One sec. Let me ref. I mean, LB.
I'm going to go 2-0 Villa. But very, very wary of a potential bottle from Villa. But yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0, man. I'll back him.
Yeah, okay. Look, Benton Cole plays at 6. The man's at 8. Maybe he will before picking up, but I've seen Skip plays.
He played a lot of minutes for Uruguay, to be fair.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
So he's back, yeah?
They got no choice for the games. It's going to be Benton Cole, Skip, and Papa Sarr midfield. They might just have to outrun Villa as much as possible.
Do you know who I want to see for Spurs a bit more? Like, I thought he was on loan, but Brian Hill, apparently still there, had a good loan at Sevilla. I feel like this is a moment where Ange should just give him a chance. I'm not saying stop.
Yeah, I can't be listening to that shit, I'll be honest. I'll be so rude.
How can you remove it?
Man just got violated.
He was going off as well.
I'll be so honest. I'll be
going off as well.
I'm not trying to hear Brian Hill, bro. Like, allow it. That guy's finished. I'm not trying to hear this.
Right. I swear
bro, he's not finished. He hasn't even had a proper chance, Kaz.
I'm not trying to hear it.
He just got stopped.
My bad. Wait, let me do it.
Brian Hill.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, anyways, good one. Yeah, all right, cool. Last one, before anything. All right, guys, there's again over 400 of you still in there. Please smash the like button if you haven't done so yet. If anyone's got everyone's got any accounts that hasn't done so yet, you know what to do. Smash the like button, check everyone out in the description below. But more importantly, it helps the channel out and it helps the show out, pushes the next people, etc., etc. So please smash the thumb. Nearly on 200. So appreciate everyone that has done so at the moment. Last one for just so you can have your banner for the last few minutes. Man United versus Everton at Everton. at Goodison after they deducted points.
Battle of mid-off. Saying
That
that,
is
United
the
don't have
worst
that
one, man.
Arsenal's three.
What do you mean mid-off? We're six.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. I don't know how.
We're in a respectable sixth place right now.
No, I need to go through each game week and figure out how on earth you ended up like sixth. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
McTominay, man, you got to thank that guy. McTominay, he saved them countless times.
He hasn't been playing that great. Then you been picking up points.
If you ain't got McTominay in your FPL and he won't cost you a lot, tell you now, that's probably one to put in there. On your bench. He's going to score, man. I can't lie. If I'm going to start off just because I'm the United fan, yeah, I don't see Everton even scoring a goal. I think it's going to be a low scoring.
What?
Everton's been on form, you know, but
yeah, away from home. And who's been on form away from home? Man United, bro, go check how many goals we conceded recently. You'll be surprised.
This is the worst team, in my opinion, to play this weekend, bro. With everything that's gone on.
Exactly.
The crowd is
hyped.
I don't think so. I don't think so, personally.
You know the last 2 weeks they've just endured. They're gonna be angry.
They are.
I don't see it.
Posters, everything. Oh, they are. Kaz, go search up.
I've seen this story with Everton too many times, yeah, where they're under the cosh a little bit. Even though this is a bit of a different situation, their crowd is roaring for about 10 minutes. And then it goes flat.
Bro. It doesn't go flat.
This is different.
Bro, they flag kicked Patrick Vieira as our manager back then. Like, they went on the pitch and they flag kicked Vieira when he was our manager. They get into it, bro. They're emotional.
Vieira, when he was Palace manager, they flag kicked you.
Yeah, when he came on the pitch.
No, I don't personally. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Like, I think Anana's even injured for them as well, which is apparently going to be.
You know what about Goodison, right? Bar City, everyone kind of goes there and doesn't get much from the game. I'm not saying you'll go there and lose, but even just the draw.
Go check our record.
I remember a year with Bruno. Bruno scored a banger. I remember one year, I think you nicked a 1-0 win. But other than that, don't you normally like draw or lose there?
No, we win.
Fair. Well, this will be different.
I think this is
Don't get me wrong, it's always low scoring, but we typically always win. If not, there might be a draw. I think there was one where they had a dodgy goal where De Gea got injured or something like that.
This is a game as well. This is a game. There's so many good games this week. We won it last year as well, and they had all the big guys on, man. Like,
but this is different.
Remember though,
this is different, bro.
We're talking last season.
Yeah, but bro, you're not going there. You're going there to play football. You're going in there getting the octagon, bro. This is gonna be. I'm telling you, it's Joe Rogan interviewing Ten Hag after the game. That's what it's gonna be.
Guys, also, I want to address this. I've been hearing that United are the most informed team in the Premier League.
They are.
No. But I want to address this because for the last 5 games, 4 wins, 1 loss to Man City. Okay, so obviously losing to Man City is not a big deal. Everyone does. But I just need to say that the other 4 games you won in the league, Brentford, Sheffield United, Luton Town, and Fulham. So just context there.
Yes, I made this mistake. Speak it up. Let them. It's a good thing.
Let them get hyped up to their own hype.
You know what it is for me, yeah, where I look at Man United's advantage point is the fact that Everton don't want to play football and Man United can't play against teams that do want to play football. And when they do, we get dominated. So that's why I think it's more in favor. In aerially, like, Man United's actually been all right. Like, it's calm.
No,
as much as Evans and Maguire are bad, in the air, they're calm. So I don't mind it. Even if he needs to start, I don't even know if Evans will start. I think he's injured. So I think it'll be Lindelof. And even then, he's been all right in the air as well. That's why I said I don't mind. If teams want to come and play long ball against us, that probably suits Man United.
No.
Nice. Individual training, he's back. Luke Shaw should feature on Sunday potentially.
I saw him in training with the rest of the squad, like a Rondo or something this morning.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
I saw that he was back in individual training, but maybe if that's the case, then great. But I wouldn't rush him back yet. Not for probably another couple of weeks. Not against Newcastle, maybe the week after.
I'm surprised, Cass. I'm surprised you're as confident as you are, bro.
Yeah. Why can I not? What? It's just what am I going to do with Gabriel Jesus and not back my own team and not back myself?
Wow. No, back your own team, but also know what's going on with Everton as well. Be aware. Like, be aware. We're warning you before you go there.
I love when Kaz like this, though. It makes for good content.
Don't mind. Wan-Bissaka lock-up time. It's calm, man. And the play. Oh, you know what? I've had enough at the low, but Melas is back as well, which is calm, but he won't be back this week. But no, look, I think their Nana's missing, which is huge for them apparently. So I think that would
Is
be
it
a
your
big.
Nana missing as well? Or was it man?
Nah. We all knew. City been doing it. We done it. Everyone does it. They go out with precautions, and it's not what it is. No, I think Man United win this. I don't even need to speak more on it, but I'm gonna go 1-0 Man United. Shit game. Probably the worst thing of the weekend.
2-1 Everton. I'm going 2-1 Everton.
I'm going 3-1 Everton.
That's crazy.
And it will be 3-0. And then Bruno Fernandes or McTominay to get a last minute goal to make it a bit more respectable.
2-1 Everton. 2-1 Everton as well. 2-1 Everton. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. United, we're back to normal ways. That Sheffield United, Luton hype. That's all gonna be ending.
Crazy, yeah. Because on here, D hates Man United more than all three of you, and you lot.
No, you can't hate them more than me, Kaz. More than me.
Nah, Rom's got for most people. What's it called? Yeah, Liverpool, you got Liverpool in there, you got a City, and you got an Arsenal. I'm telling you now, the Crystal Palace fan hates Man United more than anyone.
I don't. What? Just because I think Everton, you're basically sleeping on Everton.
Your fake ass rivalry with a bunch of seagulls down the coast, and they're nowhere near you.
Oh, here we go. Bro, your rivalry with City is not even a rivalry. That's just
I know. I've been saying that for the longest. I've been saying like it's just.
Who's your rivals? Who's your rivals?
You want to talk about my main rivals? Obviously, City are rivals. You got to respect your locals.
Salford.
It depends where you're from, mainly, innit? But right now, I hate Liverpool the most, bro. I can't stand them and Arsenal. Them and Arsenal, I cannot stand them. It is what it is, isn't it?
Maybe Arsenal's closer to you. Actually, even Arsenal. You lot are just. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go 2-1 Everton. 2-1 Everton.
Yeah, man, you should be beefing Charlton and them, man. But what's it called?
I said Charlton and them, man. Bro, we're closer to you, bro. I said Charlton.
I'm going to tell you as well. Luton away is not easy. Take that from me, bro. Luton away.
I know. I'm worried, man. I'm worried.
Right, what was your two predictions? D and LB. You said 2-1 in it. You said 2-1, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 89th minute. Tarkowski. I'm gonna go 1-0. Tarkowski had him at 89th minute, bro. The whole place erupts, mate. Players on, fans on the pitch, flares, everything. It's gonna pop off, bro.
I was so tempted to remove him. You know that. But yeah, man. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there.
You have too much power, bro. We need to rein this power in that you have on the stream.
Yeah,
I mean, it might be on your stream, and let me talk some shit. I did plenty of it. But yeah, man. All right, cool. But yeah, we're back tonight at 10 with a gal Kendall, a Chelsea fan at that, myself and somebody else as well. I think it's Ty. So yeah, watch out for that one. Premier League's back. Check out all these guys' content. Big up Jess, big up LBD and Roms. Anyone got anything to shout whatsoever?
Nah, man. No. United title charge. Let's find out. This week, man.
That's real, man.
Go on, man. Because you think I always hate on them. So let's hype them up.
All I'm trying to say, yeah, if Arsenal lose, if Man City and I get a draw, and let's say Tottenham getting a bin, who else is there? Newcastle.
End the stream.
Do not let it happen. Do not.
I'm not even a team.
He'll be unbearable.
The videos will be back. The videos will be back.
The cup of tea, innit?
Yeah. All right. In a bit.